to Oilersnation Everyday with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
All right, you sickos. It was close enough. Let's get into it with the lead. I'm just kidding. A bet's a bet. Put my shoe away. Welcome into Oilersnation Everyday. We are live from the Sports Closet studio. Check them out online at sportscloset.ca. We're also a presentation of Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Tyler, Liam, Aaron, on a Friday. Everybody in the YouTube. Empty chair, soon to be filled by Ryder. Seth Toupal at 1 o'clock, talking Minnesota Wild. What a day.
Sick day.
Sick day. Sick show. Also, for all the people who comment no sound on our opening slate, we've done 100 episodes this year. There's never sound on that part.
When it says stream starting soon, there is no sound. It's when the intro countdown comes, there is sound. Whoever that guy is, he says it all the time. It drives me
I think
nuts.
there's 2 or 3 people who like rotate commenting it every day, being like, hey, there's no sound right now. Yeah, man, there's no show at that point. It says starting soon.
Thank you.
God.
Yeah, Gord said it today. I think Gord was pulling our leg, but there is one guy every day. He's just like, dude, come on. It's kind of become a bit. We should get T-shirts.
Yeah. No sound. Idiots.
Sometimes there is no sound, and then,
Yeah, well, but it's Boy Who Cried Wolf or whatever, right? Or Chicken Little, where it's like, there's no sound. We need to be able to tell when there's actually no sound, people.
Yeah, that's true.
Final buzzer. Is that Boardsy in a Don Cherry suit? Close enough.
It's my finest Christmas attire. We have a Christmas party tonight, boys.
How would Don Cherry say Aaron Bordato? I see Evan Bordatsky here. That's how good Edmonton boy.
That's a good Alberta boy.
That's how good Alberta boy. Ryder's going to join us today at 12:20. Yes, you're right. It's our staff Christmas party today. Did everyone bring their gifts for the gift exchange?
No, I'm going home first, but I have a good gift.
Okay.
I brought mine.
I think my gift will get a lot of laughs, but it's also a good gift.
Is it the...
No.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yet?
No, it's on Saturday.
Okay, I won't say it then.
Yeah. I will tell that story on Monday because it'll be very funny. Anyways.
Do you have it already?
No,
Okay.
she's got to go buy it. Like the party's at 5, so she's got to buy it at like 4, like an hour before the party.
Yeah, that's maybe later.
We looked it up. You're good for about 6 to 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess they got a transport.
Yeah, they come in trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
People have no idea what we're talking about, and I know there's a couple of my friends who are actually my friends don't listen. My sister's watching, and she's invited to the Christmas party.
So no spoilers.
Yeah, so no spoilers.
That's why I didn't say it.
Kayla's in. How big of a super chat for a Tyler Shoey?
$50.
No, fuck, Jesus, man, $50. I was debating maybe being like, if the chat cumulatively raised 500, I'd do it. But we don't really have all the beers we have. Are like old set design beers that we don't have up anymore.
There might be some downstairs.
I don't know if there are.
I don't know. They're all gone. I can tell you
We
that.
could just go right down to Dog Patch and say, can you put a beer in my shoe? Just fill
But
it
then,
up
like,
straight
carry-
from the tap, and then you have to run upstairs.
Well, you can
No
take the glass
spills.
up and then pour it in your shoe.
That's true.
The debate that Tyler and I were having is, because let's say this beer is 18 months old. Does beer go bad?
Yeah, like this beer is somewhere in the range of like 18
Does
to
it
24
say?
months old.
Pass me the beer. Let's have a look.
Like we haven't had these dropped off at the office in so long.
I Googled it. It says, yes, beer does expire,
Yeah.
but it's just like quality degrades over time. So it's up to you.
Mulek says I would do a shoey for free.
Okay, Daniel Ricciardo.
We'll see. We'll see how the show's going. Maybe at the 1 o'clock hour, I'll reevaluate myself. Maybe 12:30, I'll evaluate myself. Someone said beer definitely goes bad 6 months tops. So yeah, like I don't know. It can go stale. Yeah, like we have our Christmas party tonight. I don't want to like drink a bad beer and be spending the whole Christmas party in the bathroom.
It wouldn't get you sick though. I feel like it's not like milk.
I'd shit myself.
The Google says it's not like milk. Legitimately,
Is that what
that's
it
word
says?
for word. So
Amar, our old friend Amar, keeps just commenting, name the price.
Is it really?
Okay, so
name the price.
we're going in on this now, and we'll obviously talk about the Oilers. There is some news to get to today. There is a part of me that says yes. Could we like raise some money? Like if 5 people promise to donate like $100 to the food bank, because it's that time of year and I think the food bank would be a good cause, then like, that there's maybe a good reason for me to do it. There's another part of me that is like, I kind of like the idea of that being my thing now, where like if I truly believe something, like I'll put a Shoey on the line. Like this is a bit that we don't need to have expire right now. We can let this one breathe a little. We can come back to it a few times.
I'm going to say this. I'm glad you've moved on from some of these other shitty bets you were doing to yourself. But
it's all in the name of content.
And that's fine. But you also have to have some respect for yourself.
I'll never do cat food again.
Yeah. And like the fake tan thing.
Well, that's pretty funny.
I don't think it is. But anyway.
Also, we're both going to be fine.
For now. Frederick almost scored yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Anyways, people are commenting saying the quality of the beer will be bad. Beer goes stale, not bad. You'll be fine. I'd be more worried about the bacteria in your shoe. Well, that's the other thing. I only brought one pair of shoes today. So like, what would I do with like I'd have to like, could I even put it in the dryer? Like then it would just smell like shit, I think. No,
you can wash your shoes.
I know, but like
you have to.
Tyler, have you never shoeyed before?
No, I've never.
Shoe. You're overthinking it. Just pour the beer in your shoe.
You never wash your shoes?
Drink the beer out of your shoe.
Wait, I think there's a different way to that. Have you ever washed your shoes before?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we were good on that.
Yeah, no, I've washed my shoes before. My buddy Eli likes to do. It's not a shoey, but he does it with his croc. Yeah, so Eli.
Yeah.
So he'll turn his croc upside down. We probably haven't done it in like 6 years.
He pulls it through the top of
it comes through the holes.
Me and my friends, and we should get on to Tristan Jarry after this, but we used to do air bongs. You do like a beer bong.
Yeah.
Where you would literally just hold a beer over each other and like try and get it in the mouth, but obviously like most of it didn't go into the mouth.
So there's like 3 of you like fighting for it like fish
no.
for food?
No, you just do it to each other.
Oh.
It's quite a handy trick.
Oh,
actually.
I see. Like air bong. That makes more sense.
Air bong.
All right.
Tristan Jarry.
Injured last night in the game. Do we have the video? Yeah, we do. Son of a bitch. This has obviously sparked up some conversation. Non-contact injury, if you want to call it that, but not in the sense of like, when you see an NFL player or an NBA player suffer a non-contact injury and they're just like walking and all of a sudden they're done. I don't think this is something that is obviously going to keep Tristan Jarry out for like 6 months because like he could skate off the ice with it. Like he didn't even need to stop play. Like he was able to wait till the next whistle. But the Oilers today did announce that Tristan Jarry is on injured reserve, so he will miss the next week of games here.
Which, for the record, people seem to be panicking over that. It's only 7 days.
Yeah. In the next 7 days, the Edmonton Oilers only play 3 times. So, like, obviously he's not ready to go this weekend. They're calling up Connor Ingram. Ingram will probably make his debut at home on Sunday against the Vegas Golden Knights. Rude awakening to the NHL on that front, but I move on. Calvin Pickard will start on the 20th against Minnie tomorrow. On the 23rd, last game before Christmas, he'll go against Calgary. And a big part of this is like you needed to have the roster space here. And for the cap reasons, they obviously put Jack Roslovic on LTIR. But even that, Liam, you were outlining it like, okay, yeah, we probably should have saw that coming because Jack Roslovic has already hit the minimum qualifications to be activated off IR. If they want Jack Roslovic to play on Sunday against Vegas, they can absolutely activate him. It might take like a Max Jones or someone going on waivers, but they had to put Jarry on normal IR. If they knew something and Jarry's flying back to Edmonton to get his knee looked at or to get his leg looked at, whatever.
I think it's a groin. If I had to speculate, it'd be a groin.
But he's coming back to Edmonton to get it reevaluated. That's not concerning. Like, yeah, you're not going to make him sit on the road trip for the next day and a half and then fly back. Like, he's going to come back, get reevaluated. I think it would have been way more concerning if they would have LTIR Jarry right now.
Yeah.
Because then it would have been like, oh, shit, we know you're not playing for a month.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because after Christmas, their first game is that Saturday, which is the 27th. So that we're being optimistic, of course. Sorry. Oh, they don't even... Calgary. Missed that one. Obviously it's a concern. It's not ideal, especially with the way it went down. But I agree with you. I think there's signs of optimism in the sense of he didn't just the ref went over to him and was like, "Are you good?" And he didn't shrug him off. And he obviously said probably not or whatever he did. He ended up being not good. But the fact he was able to wait and then skated off to the bench, made the decision himself, of course. And goalies, obviously every player knows when they're good to go or not good to go. Gave Calvin Pickett the nod ahead of Kris Knoblauch having to do it, which I always think is funny when that kind of happens. And he gets in there, and I don't think it's anything too crazy. I don't think it's good, obviously, but like, I think maybe 2 weeks at a max.
Yeah, and there's some interesting ways to go with this conversation. A lot of people, I quote tweeted someone who hilariously enough was like, if Jarry is actually injured, fire Stan Bowman immediately.
Yeah, get a new guy in here. Like,
what are we doing?
He got injured. These
are the people. This is why I need to call people idiots.
And that's who, again, you were referring to initially.
Yeah, none of you guys in the chat, although you've obviously taken the ball and ran with it a little bit here, but I want to share this tweet from Jason Greger because I think it's a very good point. I see many claim Jarry is injury prone. My calculation has him missing a total of 40 games due to injury and 3 to illness. So in his 10-year career, he's missed 40 games total due to injury. He says he missed a stretch of 12 games with a broken foot. That's not like an injury prone thing. Like goalies will take pucks off their feet and break them sometimes. Like that's like something that can happen.
It's just a hockey injury.
Yeah. 9 games with an upper body injury, and then twice he missed 7 games with a lower body injury. And people, I had someone in our replies go, Bowman knowingly acquired a goalie who suffers lower body injuries. Okay, one, it's happened twice, and he's missed a total of 14 games.
But also, every goalie would have low. That's why they get injured. They're goalies. They use their legs. It's a lot. Yeah, that is silly. That is a silly comment.
Remember when the Colorado Avalanche acquired Mackenzie Blackwood? What was the number one concern with acquiring Mackenzie Blackwood?
He was injury prone.
He got injured all the time, and nobody bitched about it then. You all wanted Mackenzie Blackwood. Oh, no one was going, why didn't you go after that injury prone guy? Like, God, sometimes people are just so annoying.
In his last 2 years, I know he's kind of a young goalie, and there's probably a bit of a difference in his something. I don't know Mackenzie Blackwood's full injury history, but these are his games played for a guy who was a starting goaltender. 23 as a rookie, got up to 47. That's the most he's played in one season. 35, 25, 22. Like, that's a goalie that looks fairly injury prone.
Yeah.
Thatcher Demko is another goalie who is injury prone.
Mackenzie Blackwood literally could not train once this summer because he was so injured coming off the first year that he had to be a starter since the last time he got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
He was hurt for all those years in New Jersey, finally gets to Colorado, has to be a starter. I know he had the stint in San Jose, but like gets to Colorado, has to go back to doing a starter's workload, and Mackenzie Blackwood legitimately couldn't handle it and had to spend the entire summer recovering and miss the start of the year. Like, goalies get hurt, first off. It's part of the reason why I always fought for Stuart Skinner to stay here in whatever sort of goalie move the Oilers wanted to make, because one big plus to having Stuart Skinner is that he was incredibly durable. He could play a lot and he could stay healthy. You moved on from that. And part of the reason I said the Jarry trade was risky is if he did get hurt, and again, I'm defending Bowman in this case, but I'm also outlining why I didn't like Skinner going away in that deal. I said, if Jarry gets hurt, you are right back to square one, where Calvin Pickard is your starting goalie. Like, not good enough for this team. And they're going to call up Ingram, and this is an incredibly interesting opportunity for Connor Ingram, who, as you know, people are Chuck Cham in the YouTube chat, weird name. Ingram has been mediocre. I am not going to judge Connor Ingram for how he plays behind that Bakersfield Condors blue line.
Yeah.
I will, good. And we've talked to Doobie, I've talked to Hutz, guys who have played in the NHL in the last 5 years, and they both say, like, playing in the American League and playing in the NHL, totally different. If you're a veteran, you are way better in the NHL than you are in the A, because it's way more predictable. You know where things are going. There's less chaos. This is an interesting opportunity for Ingram. That's point number one. Point number two, Tristan Jarry. Stop it with the injury prone shit. He's not injury prone. He's just played in the NHL for a decade. And when you play in the NHL for a decade, 98% of players are going to run through some injuries during that decade. And number three, this is why you probably should have kept Stuart Skinner in whatever trade. But that's not the way this whole thing played out.
Yes, I completely agree. Dangerous Wade, don't do that to us. Drip Ring, you guys think there's a trade that is coming? The trade freeze is today.
Today, 10 p.m. Mountain.
I don't think it's out of the question that a trade could be made today. I don't think it's going to happen, but there is a little bit of smoke around Alex Lyon. I think if it was going to happen, it might happen this time.
I think there's legitimate smoke there.
Yeah.
And listen,
and again, I don't know if it's going to happen right now by any means, but I think eventually Alex Lyon will become an Oiler.
I think if they knew they had like a break glass in case of emergency, hey, Yarmo, 6th round pick for Alex Lyon, done deal, goodbye, click, they probably do it instead of calling up Connor Ingram. But again, if I can make a flip side argument to that, first off, these are just fantastic numbers from Alex Lyon. The flip side argument to that would be maybe you really do want to give Connor Ingram a look. And listen, like Andrew, Ingram's been called up. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Like if they had a click, deal's done, welcome Alex Lyon, like they would have done that deal. They obviously don't, but I don't think this means they are not going to acquire Alex Lyon at some point here.
Oh, there was a comment I wanted to read quickly from the YouTube. And again, like sometimes I read these comments and it's not me calling people out. And when I say this next part, I don't mean it to be rude, but like we're dialed into this team. A lot of people who watch the show are dialed into the team and they understand like how trades work a lot more than like the casual fan would be. I'm not trying to be a dickhead when I say that either, but there's someone commented this on a video. I think Waz posted this video.
Classic Waz.
Classic Matthew.
Yep. Always stirring the pot.
Here it is. This is from 34 minutes ago. Oh, go away. How many players are we going to have to send the other way? This is on Alex Lyon. We lost McLeod. We lost Holloway. We lost Fogo. We lost Broberg. And still nothing to try and replace them. We have nothing left to offer. I responded to this lovely commenter, and thank you for a comment. I do appreciate it.
Appreciate your
David
view.
Tomasek.
Yeah. Like, good Lord. Scott Wedgwood. Do you remember what he was traded for when the Avs acquired him?
I do. Eustace Antonin.
Justice Antonin.
Yeah, and a 6th round pick.
And a 6th round pick. What do you think?
How old is he?
33. So he was
What was his contract?
$1 million?
$1.5 million.
Ah.
What's Alex Lyons?
$1.5 million.
How old is he?
32.
33. Just turned 33.
Happy birthday.
There you go. Happy birthday. December 9th birthday. So there's your trade.
Calvin Pickard in a 6th round pick.
Well, no, it won't be Pickett in this case.
It'll be Tomasek.
Like maybe a Tomasek.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like, great. Sounds good. John is right. Alex Lyon from Matthias Janmark would be an early Christmas gift for Liam and Tyler.
I mean,
so
I wouldn't put it past him, but if Matthias Janmark doesn't have Buffalo on his no-trade list.
That would be very funny if he didn't. I know that no-trade list is every Canadian team but Edmonton.
Oh, yeah.
Then probably like Buffalo, Minnesota.
Probably like Buffalo, Columbus, Minnesota.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Matthias Janmark hates the cold.
So when Matthias Janmark was signing with the Oilers, the other teams he wanted to go to were Vegas and Dallas. What other teams has he played for in the NHL?
Vegas and Dallas.
Vegas and Dallas. They're also tax-free states. One thing I noticed last night, and I texted Aaron and Ty about this as we were watching the game, Matthias Janmark played after McDavid scored, he played on that penalty kill. But then for whatever reason, and maybe someone else noticed something, that's why I'm bringing it up, he didn't play again till 51-44. He missed 10 minutes, like the first 10 minutes of the third period.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but they were just like rotating so many lines. It was kind of wild. I don't know. Maybe someone saw something I didn't.
There are people in our comments on December 19th in the year 2025 still bitching about Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg. Have you people ever... what are these people like when they go through a breakup? How long does it take you to get over a girl? If you're sitting here 18 months later on your lunch break being like, fuck, I got to comment on the Oilers Nation YouTube and talk about Holloway and Broberg.
Final buzzer is in 2, and he says Janmark isn't a no-trade. It's a 5-team list. No, it's a 10-team list.
It's a 10-team list.
Yeah, which...
And it's a 10-team...
Which is stupid.
Wait, do you have it?
Yeah, I just pulled it up. What do you want to know?
I grabbed it too, sorry.
10-team this year, 10-team next year.
Yeah, 10-team no trade
Because
list.
they gave him a 3-year deal.
And that wasn't enough. If you want to get high-end players like Janmark, you also have to give them a no-trade clause.
For the record, Janmark makes $50,000 less than Jack Roslovic.
Which is crazy.
Jack Roslovic was the Oilers Player of the Month
Matthias
in November.
Janmark could go band for band with Jack Roslovic. Makes you think. Should we go to the Star Mechanical guest line?
Yes, we should.
Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. You can find out more by visiting them online at starmechanical.ca. Ryder from the Sauce with Ryder and Lisa every weekday. Wow.
What is that?
Ryder brought us a cake. Sure did. Did you... First off, it looks delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Look at that. For $1 million.
1 million.
It would have been very funny if you like missed a zero. There's 100,000.
Well, I was starting to worry after the 5th one that I was going to run out of room.
Space.
Yeah.
If you guys want to make us one, you could probably just do it on a cupcake. It'll be like 45 viewers.
Thank you very much. That's
I can
very
take
kind
it.
of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
And that cake's been through a lot.
Is it dairy free? I have a dairy allergy.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
Risk it. ONE, 1 million.
We did it, everybody.
That cake's been through a car accident.
What?
Yeah.
With who?
The DoorDash driver.
Oh,
He's like, sorry it took so long. Just got in a car accident. I was like, well, I will tell you. You did it for an important reason. This wasn't for nothing, young man.
Did you hear the story of our other cake earlier in the year?
No.
Oh, so this doesn't tie into that bit at all?
No, Lisa and I just decided we wanted
Still
to
in the
get you a
fridge.
cake.
It's still in the fridge. So earlier on this
we're
year,
saving it.
a bunch of our listeners in their Discord were like, guys, it's the 1000th episode of Oilers Nation Everyday. We should get the guys a cake. So they custom ordered a cake for us from the Italian Center, got it dropped off at the office. Happy 1000th episode, ONE. They counted horrendously wrong. We're only on episode like 640.
Yeah, basically what happened was we have all these playlists on YouTube, right? So on YouTube, it was saying that this playlist was 999, so the next one was thousands. But what had actually happened was we just didn't have other playlists earlier in our time. So I had to go and organize things a little bit.
Yeah, so we got this
That's
cake,
funny.
and we said it's a trial run for when we actually hit our 1000th episode in what, like 2.5 years?
Yeah,
like,
for a couple of years away.
it'll
Yeah,
be a while.
Yeah.
Well, I did a lot more work with all those extra zeros I had to paint on there.
So did you bring icing from home to like put on top of the?
Yeah, that was part of the DoorDash.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got you guys some Red Bulls downstairs, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kinda nice.
Congratulations, by the way. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to hear a funny story? So my fiance had just turned, this was a couple of years ago, I guess. She just turned 27. And she loves the movie Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
And there's a huge quote in there that's, I'll read it for you all.
Oh,
as I try and find it really quickly here. But I had to go to Dairy Queen and ask them to put it on the cake. And it literally, like, it was a huge cake. And it took it all up. And the guy's like, did you make this up on your own? I was like, no, I didn't.
he thought you were getting him to like write a love letter. To,
Yeah. It was
on
like,
the
no,
cake.
this is actually one of the most famous quotes from a novel ever. I can't find it right now.
That's okay.
But I will find it and
bet
I
it
will
was
read
great.
it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I got it, sir. I'm actually a pretty decent gift giver because I just spend as much money as I can.
Sure.
I think that was the
Flex.
best one I've ever got. I don't have anything after I spend
Yeah.
all the money, but that was good.
Company Christmas party tonight.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Very excited.
Do you have your gift for the gift exchange?
I do.
Have you ever heard the stories of Waz at the gift exchange?
I have, yes. It was it garbage bags from under the sink one year? No, K-Cups.
Yeah.
From like the work coffee machine.
So the first year that he was in it, it's a $30 gift exchange, but Waz just took that as I just can't spend more than 30. I can spend any denomination under 30. And Jay saw the gift, which Waz's girlfriend made him put in a gift bag. Apparently, he was just going to bring the loose bag of K-Cups. But Jay saw it and was like, oh, Waz's girlfriend's here, or like his mom maybe got it ready for him. Like, there's no way Waz got a bad gift. So it was very funny that Waz's first Christmas party, the boss opens up his bag of, it was, I shit you not, 9 K-Cups.
Yeah.
That he got from, he stopped at Bulk Barn and was like, well, people like coffee. But there's another
It's
one.
a fact.
Were you here for this one? When he had to act for Spencer in the gift exchange?
Oh, this was. You probably don't know this one then.
No, I don't know
BM
it.
tell you this one.
So-
This is stupid.
So we're doing our gift exchange. Spencer used to work in our sales team with Jared. And Spencer had dropped off his gift earlier in the day, went to go do stuff, and same thing, like got in a car accident and was like, guys, I can't make it back to the office, but my gift is there. Can somebody fill in for the gift exchange for me? And Waz, scarred from his first time in the gift exchange, was opting out that year, wasn't doing it. And then it was like, Waz, can you fill in for Spencer in this gift exchange? Spencer was a 21-year-old male who like plays hockey, hammers beers, like classic 21-year-old Edmonton male. So the gift exchange is going around. My contribution to the gift exchange was I got an automatic wine opener, a box of chocolates, and a bottle of wine. And Jay was very much in his red wine lifestyle at the moment. So Jay ended up stealing for that gift. So Jay has the wine opener he wants. He's got the bottle of wine. It's great. Waz is going last. He is picking for Spencer, not for himself, for Spencer. He's sitting there. He can open a gift and end everything, or he can steal a gift. There's the wine opener thing, but there's also someone brought a fishbowl with just a bunch of Coors Banquets and a bunch of shooters on top. Spencer would have loved it. And we all said to him, we're like, Waz, don't steal the wine opener. Spencer doesn't drink wine. And Waz is like, yeah, but I think that wine opener is cool. We're like, yeah, it was not for you. And Jay was so serious and being like, do not steal this, Waz. And Waz like, oh, but it's cool. He couldn't like wrap his head around like it's not for him.
Yeah.
He stole the wine opener from Jay, and Jay was pissed.
That's terrific.
So that's what we've gotten into in the past.
Looking forward to it.
But you got it wrong. That one was first, and Waz just didn't want to take part, and then Spencer didn't come.
Yeah.
So then he took over it, and then the next year Waz
next
was
year
like,
was
I'm
K-Cup.
bringing the coffee cups. It's like, God, you.
I can't wait to see what he does this year.
Last year he brought a Polish basket, and I got it, and it just kind of held up a spot in my bench for a while, and I just brought it back to the office, and Waz just ate everything out of it.
That's kind of a big brain play from him.
Worked out for him. It wasn't bad. That was actually a good one. I will give him credit for
I
that
heard
one.
a good hack, which is get a gift that nobody's going to want, steal it at the end, keep the receipt, take it back, and just get your money back.
Sometimes I like trying. I like being open-minded
That's
in
the
these
holiday
though, because there are people who are like, just get something you like, steal it yourself, and like
Right.
whatever. But like, there's no fun in that.
Yeah,
I want
fair.
something a little weird.
Oh, I got something weird.
Oh boy,
I got a good one too. I think people will like it.
Lisa was trying to see if PETA would have an issue if she brought a live lobster for the gift exchange.
I would have an issue. That's terrifying.
what would we even do with it?
I think you'd cook it.
I don't want
Ask
to do
Dog Max to
that.
cook it up.
Yeah.
Eating lobster later.
Oh,
Audible on my gift. I'll
But
be
she
back in a
didn't. She
minute.
didn't want PETA on her, so she's not going
Yeah,
with
we'd
that.
get like some HR complaints or something like that. That
Yeah.
she brought a live lobster. Bring two, we could race them.
There we go.
Now
That's
we're
a
talking.
Christmas party.
Yeah, that's it. We're throwing like 20s down. We're lobster racing, screaming at them.
Have you ever seen the, like, for just silly gambling stories, when people put a Roomba on a pool table?
Yeah,
That looks really fun.
that does look
does
like a
look
lot
cool.
of fun.
Yeah. Next time I'm going somewhere with a pool table, I'm bringing a Roomba.
I saw one with 2 Roombas, and they taped balloons to the back of them,
and
and on the
knives?
front have like a knife. So then they're chasing. It is electric content.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
What'd you make of the game yesterday?
Awesome. I mean, it felt like from the start of that game that we were going to win it. I had a Nuge score first bet, and so did a bunch of saucers.
Yeah, I
we
saw
we
that.
forced people to come and bet with us.
Good living.
And after he scored that goal, I was just like, it's meant to be. So I was never really stressed. Which those games, it's a nice mix every once in a while to have one that you're not like feeling
super hung
panic
up
the
on.
whole time.
I like that point. It is a good reminder that like when and people always think the Oilers are this like running gun team who score 1,000 goals, whatever. But like when they succeed in the playoffs, it is games like we saw last night where it's low event. They cycle you to death and wear you down. They get their quality scoring chances off the cycle, not necessarily always off the rush. Like shout out Quinn Hutson. We haven't even said him scoring his first goal, but like what was that goal? That was just good hard work off the
Yeah.
cycle. I know Draisaitl was obviously out there with Jones and Hudson, but like good hard work off the cycle, get a bounce, and then lock it down defensively. It is nice to know they still have that club in their bag.
I actually thought, I thought that fourth line when Frederick was on it was playing really well, but like I thought Jones and Quinn Hutson for the minutes they played had like a huge impact on that game. They both played really well, and now there's back-to-back games. Oil to the max. Max Jones has actually had an impact on the game, which is good that you're calling these guys up and not just that. Like even Riley Stillman, he had the post.
Yeah,
he actually
Riley's-
played decently yesterday, so I was quite happy with the depth on the Oilers finally.
But again, Jones plays 548 last night. Hudson plays 626. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there still is room for Kris Knoblauch to trust these guys a little bit more.
I liked Hudson's move in front of the net too. Like a lot of rookies would just try to jam that in. The fact that he gave himself a little extra time in tight like that didn't feel like a rookie move.
What he told me is that that's a guy who is confident and knows how to score goals. And this is what I was saying too when he got called up. Like, he's not a guy, he has a hell of a shot, don't get me wrong, but like, he just picks up the garbage and just slides it in. And I think it's been really promising this season that when the Oilers have called players up, they have made us question, should they ever be sent down? Mm-hmm. And like, obviously, like, some guys are going to have to go down. The roster's too big right now. But like, you think about Clattenburg, he came up, what an impact he had, unfortunately got injured. Hudson's come up, 2 games in, already has his goal. Max Jones, 2 really solid games. Again, even Riley Stillman comes up, plays pretty solid yesterday. He had he had a post, that's really positive. And I think it shows where the whole organization is at and that they're all on the same page right now.
Here's hoping it continues with goalies.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, because Connor Ingram's numbers do not look impressive in the American League. But one thing that was also good last night was Calvin Pickard was awesome.
Yes.
He came in and did a really, really good job. And we joked about it before the show, too. It was like, you could tell Boston, their attitude changed on a snap. Mm-hmm. Like, it was crazy. Like, their attack went full direct. And he stood strong and did a really good job. Now, how long will he have to do that for is another question. But he did show me some confidence, but it also showed me that the Oilers, if they play well in front of him, which is what we've always said, you're probably going to get a good enough performance from Pickard, which they're going to have to do either Saturday or Sunday as well.
Well, it's an interesting weekend to be thrown to the fire, too.
It's a terrible weekend.
Yeah.
Well, Minnesota is just a wagon. Then they can't lose, and I think they've won, 6 in a row or something like that. And then Vegas is always going to be Vegas. So it's not great. But with Calvin Pickard, I like that you brought him up, Liam, because you're right. He came in, slammed the door. Maybe he just always needs to have his career on the line to play well. Because you go back, during the playoffs, if he would have came in any of those playoff runs and shit the bed, his career would have been over.
Well, maybe it's not even I think it is kind of that a little bit, but high pressure moments.
Uh-huh.
Both playoff runs, he came in and did a really good job for the Oilers, kept him in the playoffs, essentially.
Yeah.
And then last night, he obviously probably knows more than we do about what actually happened to Jarry. Maybe it was okay, I got to step in for these guys. And you look at his last 3 games, his last 3 starts were, before this one, were Tampa Bay. He was good. He was really good in that game. I shouldn't say he was good. He had a really good game. Seattle, I think, was a bit unfortunate for him. I think he played well, and there was a couple of bad bounces that didn't go his way, and his numbers.
Some late goals, because, again, they do that shit.
Yeah. And then, what was the last one? The Montreal Canadiens game. You could argue he was their best player in spots. 4 or 5 breakaways. It is good to see he's turning in the right direction.
But again, just to build off that point a little bit, and him playing with his life on the line, the game against Tampa Bay where he was unreal, it was if he gets lit up here, he's going to Bakersfield. And against Montreal, that's his first game after the goalie trade, where it's man, if Calvin Pickard has a couple of bad games, they are not going to hesitate to piff down to Bakersfield. You go, Connor Ingram's calling up, which is why I'm actually kind of excited to see him tomorrow against Minnesota, because now Connor Ingram's here. And you don't think Calvin Pickard knows that, oh shit, if this guy comes up and plays better than me in the next week, I'm done.
I'm out.
I do think the Oilers have wanted to do right by Calvin Pickard and keep him up until Christmas for a while. If it is January 3rd or 4th and Jarry's coming back and Ingram has better numbers than Pickard, it is Calvin Pickard going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Just scroll by. See if I can find it really quickly. Who is Tendo? Put it in the chat. I've never seen you comment before. Thanks for your comment.
Welcome to the show.
Says, in reference to Carter Hart, he said Carter Hart's numbers were dog shit in the AHL, and he's come up and done a good job for Vegas. Mm-hmm. In the AHL for 3 games. For Henderson, Hart had an 8.39 and a 3.07 goals against. Come on. In Vegas, in the NHL, it's a 9.17 with a 2.26 goals against. And I don't know how good the Henderson Silver Knights are.
It goes back to the point. Goalies like playing in the NHL.
It's just more
predictable.
Structured.
The players in front of you are better. All that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully Ingram comes up and causes a problem.
Have you ever heard the expression when you're on your face? I think it's a card expression, and it's when you're out of chips. And so you're playing kind of with the dealer's money is another expression. Sure. But it's really hard to get that last... for people to eliminate you when you're on your face. And I wonder if Pickard is kind of
on his face.
It feels like he's just not giving up that one bad start that would send him down, like you said.
Yeah. Chili says we have a goalie cage match for the next week. Yeah. Again, 2 guys who are both, in a way, playing for their NHL careers. And I think that's a really interesting opportunity leading into Christmas, because only one of them is going to be able to stick when Jarry's back, or none of them are going to be able to stick, and the Oilers will just go get Alex Lyon.
I do think the Oilers would want to put Calvin Pickard in a good spot if if Alex Lyon comes, another goalie comes, whatever, I think they would want to do what they tried to do with Troy Stetcher. Where it's like, we're going to shop you around. If it doesn't work, we'll just put you on waivers. But like, we're at least going to do that for you because you've been a good soldier for us, which I think is fair. Like, you do have to respect these players to a certain extent as well.
Well, he must be incredibly well liked for the players to go to bat for him. You don't hear of that very much.
Yeah, never. Very rare. Especially a goalie who has an 840.
Right.
Like, that's ridiculous, really, that he's still in the NHL based off those and like the shelf life Jack Campbell had and now Calvin Pickard. But yeah, he's doing well. What are you laughing at?
I don't know where these comments came from, but I know Epiphany watches our show, so definitely he means to put it in here. Should I read them?
Sure.
To those that got married or got engaged this year, remember, year 1 is the honeymoon phase. Year 2, you remember year 1. After that, it's all begging, regret, and intimacy with no pleasure. Thoughts?
Okay.
Taking a Jarry injury, tough.
If you have to schedule it in a calendar, intimacy has died. Jesus Christ.
So I think like you and I both got engaged this year.
Yeah,
you
so-
got married this
Yeah, I
year.
did.
So I guess that's a direct
So
hit.
we're still good, I guess.
I get clock's ticking. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Every minute we edge closer to death.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, man.
I've
This might not be the YouTube chat for you,
If
though.
you're not, email Aaron. He'll help you out.
Yeah.
Aaron at Oilersnation.com.
I've got a cake story with my fiance. The one day, Lisa, who I do the show with, the sauce weekday mornings was having a temper tantrum, like just really, really grumpy. And I said, like, is there anything I can do that'll help turn your day around?
Yeah.
And in her poutiest voice, she goes, I don't know, get me a cake.
Oh, I heard you talk.
So I went and I paid like $110 for like a prime time cake, and it just said, "Get your shit together" on top.
Probably broke the ice a
Yeah,
little bit,
it
though,
was
right?
good.
Ease the tension up.
There's a big smile.
Yeah, that's good.
Speaking of which, your video that you did the other day of like, all right, we've each shoveled once. Tiebreaker for who's going to shovel. Can Lisa correctly name 7 of these 10 sports logos? The comment section of the dudes who are just like, be a man. Go shovel for your wife.
Yeah, one of the comments was, "You better be a man, or else she's gonna go and find one."
Yeah, like some real divorced dad Facebook shit going on there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's a hilarious comment section if you're looking for a wild ride.
It's so good when things like that just totally like lose
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
demographic and your audience and like actually hit mainstream
Sure.
virality. And it's
Exactly.
just random fucking people spouting off. It's like the odd time I'll check in on Facebook, which I rarely ever do.
Bad idea.
There are still people who will go and make like 900 word posts in forums being like, can't believe the Elks changed their name. And I'm like, that was that was so long ago. And yet there's still someone who's like sitting at home, I imagine on like a very big desktop computer, like, oh,
Finally
there we
got my hour on the computer.
I was a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
It's like,
And it's-
oh my
Until.
It's under a post of like Pickard's play.
Yeah.
What spurred this energy?
There was Aaron and I were doing the post game show after our event at Greta. That would have been Saturday, I guess, right? And on StreamYard, where we do Aaron's show from, you can see the Facebook comments. My God, some of
I
them that were
miss-
coming through. I can't remember what the one guy said, but he was just being such a loser. So I was like, hey, buddy, do me a favor, never come back to the show. Like, just unsubscribe, do whatever you want. Like, it was something about Skinner, and I think we both were like, Jarry's better than Skinner, but we'll miss Skinner. It was something
Everyone
like that.
was upset. Everyone was still fresh.
But we
And
were just-
Facebook is super upset.
Yeah, and he was just like, went at us, and he was just so unlogical.
It's wild to me that like Instagram is definitely where people play the nicest in the comments. Facebook can get ugly, and like you said, long. TikTok can be absolutely awful
Because they're
though.
children.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they think they're playing a video game and chirping
It's
somebody.
that
in
troll
it.
culture.
Yeah.
Well,
It's wild.
It's funny when we used to post clips of Frank, and he would like break news or like have inside information. And Waz would always tell me, he's like, look at some of these comments. People are like, what does this guy know? Like, he has no. Why would he know anything? It's like, okay, so you just go on TikTok all the time. That's all you do with your personality.
I had a guy tell me he wanted to hit me in the face with a dirty diaper. Jesus. I was like, wow, that's a good burn.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
You want to hear? There's one guy who's commented 6 times on the Facebook live stream today on ours.
awesome.
Francis, people fear what they can't predict. They hate the silence. Okay.
Yeah,
you move, you grow quietly, every move measured. And when it's your time, your eyes. Funny how the world works. And then he said, he closed with this: they throw you into the fire, not for fire, but for ashes.
That was the quote you were looking for
Oh,
from
that's
the
what
book.
he's doing.
That's what you
No.
got on the cake.
That wasn't. That couldn't have been it. Also, Epiphany's comment in the chat is crazy. I can't even read it. Oh no.
I don't know where to go with this. Okay, we're going to move on.
I can't see that far because I'm too old.
You'll have to
boy.
go back and take it, right?
will.
This is taking a turn. It's the holiday season. On that note, I told you one of the things we're going to ask you, since it is the holiday season. Christmas gifts for Oilers players. Liam, did you come up with a few?
Oh, no.
I thought we were gonna go like around. Did you
wrote
come up with a few, Ryder?
I've got two.
Oh, we were all
Yeah, two.
doing. I thought we were asking Ryder.
Oh well, I wrote a few in there. We'll just get your thoughts on them.
I
then.
thought we were going back and forth. On
No,
these.
Ryder, give me one of yours.
Okay, I want to get a lie detector for Knoblauch.
Yeah,
Let's
because
hook
he's
him
a
up.
liar.
Let's hook him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, too, people were saying before is that we can't trust Knoblauch on the Jarry stuff. He hasn't officially made a statement yet on Jarry.
He said yesterday,
Just said
we'll
he said-
see how serious
He
it is.
said, well, yeah, and we'll evaluate it.
And I saw
Which
him-
so far is the truth. There you go.
Yeah, we'll see. Not sure how serious it is. That could legitimately mean anything.
Yeah.
But I do like that. And listen, I love Nobby. I think he is a great coach. I'm happy he's the coach. Never wanted him fired once this year. But damn it, tell us the truth about injuries.
Well, and like some of them I get when you're protecting players in like playoffs, not
Yeah.
giving all of the information to the other team makes sense. But there's other ones where you're like, come on, you're just hiding this for fun.
Yeah.
Not all injuries are like linear recovery, but this has happened way too many times. For me to
Yeah.
not, my bullshit detector has gone off.
So lie detector for Knoblauch. That's what I want to get them for Christmas.
People were saying a new mask for Jarry. That's an easy one. He does need a new mask. He
Good
needs
one.
an orange and blue goalie stick and all that stuff. I've been actually really enamored with Spencer Stasny on the Oilers blue line.
He's so good.
He's so good. I think the only problem for him is that he's not that big. So I would get him that surgery people get that extend your knees. And I would give him like 4 inches of height. I think that'd help. I think it's crazy people do that.
I'm pretty sure you're on the shelf for like 18 months
Yeah,
after that.
but when we get him back 18 months from now, we got a defenseman.
What if we just get those shoe elevators and put them in his skates?
That's a good idea.
So he's always skating like this.
On your toes, man.
Lifts for his skates, actually. Yeah, that's a less painful way of accomplishing what I would like to
Right.
accomplish. But I just think, yeah, Spencer Stasny, man, he flies, he moves the puck well. Like, he's legit. They might have known something here.
They might have. They might have not. I don't think I said this on this show. I said it on O&R. But the Oilers just got this guy. I don't know how to say his name, but he's the director of recruitment. And he was the head coach of the of Notre Dame University of Notre Dame, whatever, which is where Spencer Stasny played hockey as a college hockey player.
Rudy.
So,
Rudy.
yes, he's Rudy.
Rudy.
I love when people do this. Someone in the YouTube chat just said, speaking of injuries, Gregor just posted a big injury update. This is actually a new one. Never mind. They weren't even trolling. Sometimes people like halfway through the show will hop in and be like, hey, Jarry got hurt last night. I don't know if you guys saw. And we'll be like, thank you. We haven't talked about it yet. Let me actually give this to the people, Liam, because it is a little bit of breaking news.
There we go.
Jarry flew home to Edmonton to get evaluated. We knew that. Wallman thought it was a bone bruise. Swelling went down. Found a slight fracture on the bone. 5 to 6 week injury. He's at week 4, likely in the new year. That's always a funny thing in sports when they're like, whoops, missed your broken leg.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he sounds like first week of the new year. Roslovic is healed and now skating. Could be back on Tuesday, Gregor says.
Roswick?
Yeah.
Which is what we kind of speculated.
Which is what we
They just got to
speculated.
send down Maximum Jones,
Kapanen's not going to be till the new year.
if ever.
He came back, got hurt again. That's a mess. Connor Clattenburg, Gregor says, couldn't do anything for a few weeks. Eye is good now and just has to get his conditioning back. And Noah Philp, who I honestly forgot about. And I'm the president of the Noah Philp fan club. No concrete timeline, still progressing. So that's where we're at.
Very interesting.
Gregor is in the know, hey?
Yeah, he's pretty dialed in, that Jason Gregor.
So a guy works for us. With us.
Second gift.
The second gift, I think, is theme jerseys. The CHL does a good job of this. I've got a Saskatoon Blades one that looks like a jean jacket.
Oh, that reminds
That's
me.
good.
It's pretty sick. But I'd like a themed jersey night for the Oilers where they wear the Leon picture, smoking the dart, and you could have the sleeves both be one full cigarette. Hey,
That
you
would
might
be
how
good.
deadly that would look.
You might have just inspired someone's like new beer league jerseys.
You could get the amber for on the dart for the
Yeah.
shoulder, maybe, or you go amber down on the bottom.
Or on the gloves.
Just switch it. Yeah.
Oh, ashy
Ooh,
gloves.
wear
That'd
the
be
red
good.
gloves.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then have the orange. Anyway, the filter.
I actually need, so you obviously you were the in-game host for the Blades, or you
Yeah.
just did a radio show, and you told the story the other day on your show, The Sauce, and I just want you to tell everyone why Braden Shen is no longer welcome in this city, according to me.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I
That's
made
how
this-
much it hurt you.
It's disgusting behavior.
It was
Yes.
pretty ugly
I
behavior.
don't know what story this is.
Yeah.
So it was the year the World Juniors had Shen and Curtis Hamilton, who were just clipping together.
Okay.
And the Blades acquired Braden Shen at the trade deadline to come and play in Saskatoon, his hometown. I was doing a morning show in the city at the time and wrote a parody song, actually to the tune of P. Diddy's Coming Home, but this was this is pre Diddy or didn't he? And the Blades really liked it. So Shen's first game there, they didn't dress him. He had just gotten into town, so he was just sitting up in the upper bowl. And the upper bowl was empty. So they got me to go and sit beside him, and then they played the song with the music video on the Jumbotron. And it was pretty good. The fans seemed to dig it. And then afterwards, I had the mic, and I just said, so? And he's like, pretty weird when a grown man writes a song about you, throughout the arena. And then I didn't know what to do. So I just had to sit there uncomfortably and be like, all right, back to you guys. But there was like no guys for it to go to. I just didn't know what to do with myself.
What a dickhead.
What a dick.
All he would have had to say was like, hey, nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back in Saskatoon. Or even if he was like, a little weird, but like happy to be back.
Right.
Would have been fine.
Pretty weird when a grown man writes a song about you. And I was just like, I'm never going to like
I'd also
you.
argue a grown man writing a song about you is the highest of honors.
Yeah.
Like that's-
Well,
Yeah.
what are you
exactly.
talking about, Braden?
Shall we, on the topic of, do you want to do the hot mic thing, Liam?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this from Philadelphia?
I got tagged in it and I haven't opened it yet.
It's really
Not
good.
safe for work. If you're in the car with your kids, just know that this is not appropriate and maybe skip ahead like a minute. But this is from the Philadelphia Flyers radio broadcast.
Sometimes the Flyers get a sense of urgency when they're playing from behind. Now they're going to take the TV timeout. We'll take it as well. 7 gone in the third. It's 3-2 Buffalo on the Philadelphia Flyers broadcast network. Pump it up, it up, it up, it up. All good. While you're down there, would you mind blowing me?
I think we're still on the air, Tim.
Oh, man. So, all
And
in
he just
all,
laughs it off.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just pray that it was his like great dude buddy
Yeah, it must have been.
that was
They were
fixing
laughing. They
something.
were laughing
laughing.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Because like that is an entire different meaning if
If it's
that's
like
like his
that, for
intern.
sure.
Oh, yeah. I think it was because, like, again, they're just kind of like laughing or whatever. The Flyers announced he's been suspended for 2 games.
Yes.
Which I like that they go to. That also probably tells you it's not like whatever. Right? It's
That
probably
serious,
like
yeah.
some tech guy who he's worked with forever. Because if it was an actual HR thing, they're probably not just going Department of Player Safety.
Yeah.
Like 2
2
games
games.
suspension for the blowjob joke on the air.
I did not know what was coming there.
Me neither.
When I watched it, and I'm just like, da 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 da. He's saying that, I'm like, oh, it's just fine. And then he just drops that. It's like, oh my. Can you imagine how bad the board op feels though?
Yeah.
Back at the radio station, there probably is like some 21-year-old who's just like, oh shit.
As a producer, that's my worst fear.
Yeah.
Is sewering somebody pre-show or
We had a broadcast back in the day where you were live on the radio and from the club. Like it was called Live Wired in Saskatoon. It was quite the party. But the one guy from our work ended up getting quite twisted up. and like just sounded wasted by the end of the night. So the boss had to pull him in and say, like, listen, you're getting paid to be there. We need you to be professional. Sure, have a couple beers, but like you can't be wasted.
Yeah.
The next week, the boss got asked to host it because nobody else could. And he also just got absolutely piled up. And at one point was in the bathroom with the mic on, pissing. And you could hear it throughout the club and across the airwaves in Saskatoon. Just a guy taking a huge piss.
No.
God. That's.
I had a teacher that used to wear the mic around like his head, and then he went to the bathroom and he'd leave it on and just be like, hello, Mrs. Hamilton. I remember him like, it'd be so weird.
That's brutal. The only time I ever messed up like that is when I was producing for Low Tide. And one time during a commercial break, I just left his mic potted up by accident. And all this just shows how totally beautiful and wholesome Al is.
Shout out to Maidstone.
Yeah. He talked for like a minute about the sandwich he was going to get from Weifendeckel.
Yes.
And he was like telling me, because I was like standing in the room with him, he's like, they have this one sandwich. It is so good, Tyler. You need it. And he's like going through the ingredients. Then I walked back into the room and I was like, oh shit, his mic is hot this whole time. The text line was like, this is unbelievable stuff.
It
But that
sounds
just
like the exact same thing he'd talk about live
I was
on
going to
air,
say,
right?
it just shows how pure he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he is the same guy on and off. I've never actually met him, but I know that's how he is.
But like my heart sunk when I got back and looked, and I did like what were we talking about in there? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you're shooting the shit and like talking
then you have
smack
to
about
like
people.
tell him.
I got
Yeah.
one more that was a pretty big screw up on my part.
I think Lance just brought this up in the chat, by the way. Was this about 10 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger story.
He
Anyway,
didn't say that, but go on.
so I had
sorry.
like an extra 10 minutes. We had what we were going to talk about planned. We were in music, and I decide now's a good time to just prank phone call another radio host and screw with them a little bit. So I called using the soundboard of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and like it's the one where he's swearing like left, right, and center, just F-bombs littering this thing. So I call this guy and answer the phone, and then Arnold says like, "Who are you?" And then he answers. He doesn't know it's a prank yet. And then I start dropping the F-bomb ones over and over. I didn't realize I had the button on for my computer. So over top of what would have been, I don't know, like a G6 or some song, you just hear Arnold Schwarzenegger dropping the F-bomb over and over again in different ways. Get to the fucking chopper! Get to the fucking chopper! And it was like prime time when parents are in the cars with their kids. I had to do like a genuine shut the station down apology for 5 minutes. Everybody was on board though. This city rules. Like everybody thought it was hilarious. They were happy to have caught it. If the kids were listening, shut it off, I guess. But
Yeah.
the boss wasn't as thrilled as the audience was to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old radio PDs usually didn't think it was as funny as everyone else did. Hey,
Oh man,
Yeah.
what a mess up! But that was what a funny way to do it.
Yeah.
great.
So
yeah.
I've always had this question. So I used to work at Michael's,
Classic.
and they always play like the music over the announcements, whatever. And you just kind of get in the rotation of like knowing what songs are on and when you should, stop listening. As a radio host for so long, was there ever like moments when you're like, holy smokes, how is this song on again? Because I feel that way every single time I hear The Weeknd.
Yeah, I mean, the weekend, it's because of the CanCon.
Yeah, and I always
requirements.
realize that too. It's the same with Cardio Delafish. What's his name? Do you remember his what?
Cardinal official.
Cardinal
Yeah.
official.
Yeah.
Official. His
Body bounce.
Man, it's like it came out a week ago.
Oh,
With
yeah,
how
like,
often
I-
that's
You
played.
speak ill of Cardinal.
I will. He sucks.
I said the other day that I've probably heard more Sean Desmond songs in my 20 years in FM radio than Sean Desmond has. Like, I think I have him beat on how many times I've heard his songs. But yeah, there was one that, and now I listen to it and don't mind it, but it was just ear death. Fireflies by Owl City.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, there's some songs that when they're playing, you don't really register that you're even listening
Yeah.
to music. They're just kind of background ambience. But there are some songs that, like, as soon as they start playing, you recognize what song it is. You realize you're listening to it. And that one, just the, I can't believe my eyes, 1,000 fireflies.
That was bad. And like the first beat is so like distinct too, and it's like
Yeah.
Anyways, time always flies. I cannot believe it's 12:56.
I know. Sorry, the one song I also hate hearing, especially when it came out. You remember that song "Sail"?
Sail.
Like, what is that? I feel like I could make that song. You know what I mean?
Really? I've always liked that
Oh,
song.
I can't stand it. But I also like, maybe I just don't like that kind of music.
That's
but
fair,
I'm just
that's
like,
fair.
they don't say anything.
Yeah.
It's just sail
and
over
I always
and over
thought the
again.
song was Say. So I'd been singing it wrong for like 8
Forever,
years before
yeah.
I was like, oh, I should check out what the name of this song is. Oh, it's
Sail.
it's right there in front of
And
me.
that was Say. Back on Hot 107. We'll be right back. Hear
Okay,
from
Ryder,
Arnold.
thanks for
first.
popping on. We'll see you at
Yes.
the Christmas party tonight.
Enjoy the cake.
All right, there
Thank
you
you.
go.
That's
Ryder,
very
for our
nice.
friends at Star Mechanical and the Star Mechanical Guest Line, Edmonton's #1 plumbing and heating company. Yeah, the cake's a great touch.
You can subscribe to their YouTube.
Yeah,
They're
put a
on the
link
road
in
to
our
1,000.
chat so people can go subscribe.
Do that right now.
See you
See you
tonight,
tonight.
Ryder. There he goes.
Off into the wind.
Off into the door. We're going to keep it cruising along on the show. We're going to be joined by our guy Seth Toupal from Minnesota. He's up the Locked On Wild podcast in a little bit. Someone is upset we're not talking enough Oilers, Liam. My Christmas gift for Quinn Hutson, by the way, is going to be a welcome mat and a bottle of wine. Traditional housewarming stuff. I think he can get a place in Edmonton. I think we're trending in that direction. He might go down to Bakersfield at one point, but I will say at some point in this regular season, Quinn Hutson will like survive the cuts and be a full-time player. I legitimately think he's that good. He had a rush in the first period last game where he came in and did like a little stop, pick up speed, walk around the defenseman. And I was like, man, we don't have guys in the bottom six who can do that right now.
He has a lot. He has skill, but he also has grind.
He can play.
Yeah.
He is perfect for adding skill to your bottom six.
Yeah, he almost like in a weird way reminds me of like a young Adam Henrique in some senses, where like he has some skill and he can score 15 goals when he was younger.
Yeah.
But like he's also going to work hard for every puck that he needs to go and get. And like not a great comparison, but like it's just some of the Oilers.
Yep.
I just think you look at it and he's just like, well, he did more than Mangiapane last night, so that's promising. Like I just think
And
when you
somehow Mangiapane played 11 minutes again.
yeah, and like obviously I think injuries will help him. But I just think, how can you not look at this and be like, that goal he scored last night, when was the last time an Oilers bottom six player scored like that? I'll tell you, it was probably Matt Savoy when he was playing in the bottom six.
Yeah.
It really was. So now you picture this third line of Hudson, Henrique, Roslovic. Does that not give you like some hope? I don't know how much defense has been playing in that line, but maybe that's what you build a fourth line for, of like Mark, Lazar, and Frederick.
Yeah, Mark Lazar, Frederick. Yeah.
It's not bad, and I get it. We all want Frederick up the lineup, whatever. He makes so much money for the million years he's got left, but I just don't really care at this point. I just want him to be playing regularly and playing well, and I thought last night he actually did all right. You got to think he drew a penalty. I thought he actually drove that line fairly well when he was playing with Hudson and Jones. And also, too, he would have had the assist on Riley Stillman's attempt, but he hit the inside of the post, and obviously it popped back out.
Yeah,
But
Riley Stillman almost found the back of the net.
yeah, but that was a really solid play by Frederick. Head up behind the net, good patience with it. Held off some of the Bruins, and I thought that was good. But the problem with Frederick that I realized this last night, there's many problems with him, obviously, right now. But what are his two most notable games this season that you can think
Freddie?
of? Yeah.
Game he scored against the Rangers and the game he fought against Columbus.
See, I wouldn't even say those two.
Oh.
I would say the game he went home to play in St. Louis when he absolutely crushed Colin Parayko.
Okay, I like that.
And in his return to Boston. Well, he's from St. Louis and he played in Boston.
So
You can't just have these games where you only get up for it when it means something to you. You need to play that way consistently because you're only playing 10 minutes a night right now. I think maybe he pushed 11, 12, whatever it was yesterday, but it's just like you show it, and we don't even need it every single night. If you showed it every third game, that would be promising.
But we're
enough.
all disagree with you on that sense. Is like so much of what. Nope. Wasn't meant to be. You go.
Okay. Frederick finished with 11 minutes 40, 19 shifts, which is more than Mangiapane, Savoy, Janmark, and tied with Frederick on the team.
Liam,
but he
I
only
was
had 2
going to
hits.
say as well, the most memorable thing he's done as an Oiler is getting his face beat up by Matthew Olivier. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Sure, but
that
like,
is the most memorable.
I think for a legit game where he played well from start to finish, those would be the two I would label as his best games of the season.
Part of where I'll disagree with you on that.
Okay, back
now
to
that I'm
this.
dialed in. The shit he needs to do to be noticeable and become a fan favorite and get out of this is so effort based that I would say, yes, you do need to do it night in, night out. I don't need goals. I need you to hit guys. I need you to go to the net, get in scrums, like all that shit. Do that, and we'll be fine with you.
Sure. I agree.
Yeah.
I guess my point was maybe more with puck stuff. Like, he played with the puck yesterday.
That's a good point.
That's what I want to see more from him, because he can clearly do it. Like, even the other week when they played, I think it would have been Seattle when Tomasek scored. Frederick made that play, and it was down low, got the puck in front, and they scored. Like, he can do it, and I just hope his confidence is starting to come back, and maybe a little bit of a reset over Christmas can help him out a little bit.
Let's get to our guest for today.
Oh
my God. I'm struggling.
Are you going to be okay? Should we switch you out?
No.
Do we need to call in Jason San Antonio?
Do we need an e-bug to do the rest of the show with me? All right.
Tyler, he's here, but his camera's not connected.
Okay. So we'll maybe get him to reset a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Then we're still waiting for Seth, but it's a big doubleheader this weekend for the Edmonton Oilers.
Breaking news.
Oh.
Jack Eichel out day to day, Shea Theodore out week to week.
Yeah.
So likely neither of them, I would assume, play on Sunday against the Edmonton Oilers.
I was about to be like, why is that breaking news? The Oilers play the Golden Knights on Sunday. That is pretty big. The Golden Knights could potentially be without their number one defenseman and their number one forward for this game on Sunday.
And their blue line is always good, don't get me wrong. I mean, when you can replace Shea Theodore and still have a blue line has Noah Hannafin leading the way is pretty solid. But now what that does is these are the potential pairings as they're stated right now on Daily Faceoff. Noah Hannafin, Braden McNabb, Ben Hutton, Zach Whitecloud, Jeremy Lazon, Caden Korzak, and then bumping up. Their forward group's still fine.
Yeah.
But they have a guy called Braden Bowman currently playing in the top six.
Find out more about him pre-gaming on Sunday.
But if the Oilers got him, I'd love him as much as I love Spencer Stasny, and we've only known each other for a week.
Yeah. All right. Our next guest is brought to you by Oodle Noodle. You can take advantage of the value menu deal by adding 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, or 6 wontons to your order for just $2. Oodle Noodle is also proud to support Sports Central. 10% of in-store sales from their ginger beef box this month goes directly to Sports Central for all of December. Donate your gently used sports equipment and help kids play through Sports Central. As we bring in Seth Toupal from Minnesota. And Seth, it's actually been a long time since we've had you on the show. And I was looking through our DMs. Last time we had you on, it was all about Brandon Duhaime, baby. Do you have a new player who you've thrown your support behind? No, do we not have his audio? Oh, that was such a good first question. We'll get Seth to reset here, and then we'll bring him back in, and then we'll get his answer on the Brandon Duhaime thing. But it is fun as when you're someone who covers the team, as a fan of the team, you always want that one guy who you're extra jazzed for when they score, right? Like, we obviously threw our support behind Matt Savoy this season. Very easy to do that. Noah Philp. I called Noah Philp by his nickname. I'm a Philper guy because I love him so much. Anyways, now we got Seth. How's it going?
The moment he talks, the audio gets killed. You might have to reconnect.
You might have to reconnect, Seth. I'm sorry. It's again, our software is not the easiest to use. I will admit that. But anyways, he was a big Brandon Duhaime guy. He was president of the Brandon Duhaime fan club, who's now been in Minnesota, or who's now been in Washington for the last couple of years.
Is that where he is now?
And he's the guy on the end of the leash when they do the dog walking pregame thing.
What?
Have you not seen that video?
I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
Well, Brandon Duhaime apparently is. But the Minnesota Wild, and again, we're going to talk with Seth in a second here when we get the tech stuff sorted out. They're red hot. They've won 6 in a row. I believe that is the longest. It is the longest winning streak in the NHL, Liam. They are 7-2-1 in their last 10. I think we got Seth.
Oh no!
I'm gonna lose it. Honestly, Seth, just if you can maybe join on his phone, join the link on his phone. We don't need the high end mic. Honestly, I respect you for trying to go through the effort for us, but just join on your phone. You'll be fine on your phone. But the Minnesota Wild have won 6 in a row. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10, and we're gonna ask him about how Quinn Hughes has fit in. Quinn Hughes played a career-high 32 minutes last night. I think it's the most a defenseman has played this season in a non-overtime game in the NHL. That is wild.
32 minutes. That's crazy considering the blue line they have.
I mean, they're pretty banged up right now.
Are they? Oh, yeah. Jake Middleton's out.
Jonas Brodian, I think, is still out. Like they had Carson Lambos playing.
Lambos is playing games.
That's a throwback name for us WHL, former WHL beat guys.
That was Matt Savoy's running mate with the Winnipeg Ice. He's the number one defenseman on that team.
That Winnipeg team had some good players on it that year.
An amazing team. Matt Savoy, Connor Geeky, Zach Benson, Carson Lambos was a first-round pick as well. And those guys kind of led the way there. I think they have a good goalie. Gage Alexander was drafted to Anaheim.
Interesting. But yeah, Minnesota is playing good. Billy Guerin is obviously all in. The Caprice, like, it's actually pretty crazy in a way to, like, the outlook on this Wild team before the Kaprizov signing to what they are now. And I think, do we got Seth? Yes, we do. Yes, we got him. We got him. Let's go. Seth? Yes.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. Anyways, the Brandon Duhaime thing. Who's the player you're throwing your support behind?
Oh, I've gone full bore behind Matt Boldy. Just waiting for this type of season from him. And lo and behold, he's on pace for, 40 goals, 100 points? Stud.
He
should have been an Oiler.
Olympic team?
He should.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I would think so.
He's so good.
Also, Bill Guerin's the GM of the Olympic team.
That's
too,
a good point.
So probably helps.
We'll ask. Well, and I remember when we had you on a couple of years ago, and the state of the Wild back then. Like, you kind of said, there were some corners of the fan base that were maybe growing a little bit impatient with GM Bill Guerin. Has the sentiment changed now? Like, we talked about the vibe change. Like, you get Kaprizov signed, now you have Hughes. Like, Billy G's got to be back in everyone's good books, right?
This is what we were waiting for. We were waiting for that big swing, that sign that the Wild are all in, and we got it.
Mm-hmm. What did you make of the trade when it went down? Like, obviously it was a lot that they gave up, but I think when you look at it from a Wild side, obviously you got Hughes, but it made sense that those players left.
Yeah, this is a great example of using assets to get somebody that can help you right now. I know Zeev Boyum is expected to be Quinn Hughes level, but that's like 3 or 4 years from now. Yeah. Quinn Hughes is that right now. And with Kirill Kaprizov in his prime, you go get a guy like Quinn Hughes, and your cup window is open right now.
Mm-hmm. Quickly, just obviously, Hughes is a huge addition. You signed Kaprizov as well in the offseason. Bill Guerin's been busy, but surely he's not done, right? They feel like this forward group probably needs another top 6 guy at least.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know where they will go for that, but you could look for maybe a Ryan O'Reilly type center that just brings that veteran presence, brings you some big face-off wins. Honestly, I know they're not going to have the assets to do it, but how good would Tage Thompson look in Minnesota?
Oh, I have not even wanted to think about that. I only want him in an Oilers jersey, but that would be pretty unreal.
But that, I mean, if you're Bill Guerin and like you're paying Kaprizov $17 million, like that's a big swing and a big jump, and then you make that deal for Hughes, and who knows how long you have him for, but you got him for at least a year and a half. Like, to me, you keep spending if you're Bill Guerin. You don't sit there and all of a sudden now you go, actually, maybe I do want to keep a couple of future assets. Like, no, this is a burn the boats all in year, right?
Yeah, this is where you spend all the money and you look at the receipts later. Yeah. This is the time to go. This is the time to go toe-to-toe against Colorado, against Dallas. So if you can get somebody that is of that caliber, it doesn't matter what it costs, short of a piece that you're really relying on right now. Like, obviously, Matt Boldy's off the table. Yeah. But, other prospects, if you can go get somebody that can help your top 6 immediately, you do it.
Mm-hmm. And especially if it's someone with term, which I think is something, we've watched the Oilers do that pretty well. When you go get an Ekholm and he's here for 4 or 5 years, you go get Wallman and he's here for 4 or 5 years, and you're not just dishing out the assets for someone who pops in for 4 months, helps you on a playoff run. You either win or you don't. There's only one Stanley Cup champion, but then they're gone in July. But looking at this team, like adding to the forward group, yes, I think what their bread and butter will be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, if it gets to playoff time and they're healthy, that's the best blue line in the NHL, and it might be the best goaltending duo in the NHL as well. Is it fair to say that this Wild team is going to win because they'll be better at keeping pucks? Like, over the course of a 7-game series, it will be hard to score enough goals to beat them 4 times.
100%. And one of the areas that you brought Quinn Hughes in to help with is the power play. And, we look at those opportunities in the playoffs being fewer and fewer, but being more magnified. You get 1 or 2 power plays a game, you got to score on those. And that'll be how the Wild look to kind of even the goal deficit. But they're going to be trying to stop pucks all series. And this is the best chance that they've had to do that over the last several years.
So we obviously mentioned the forward group already, but is it kind of just Kaprizov and Boldy right now that are carrying a load, or is this forward group a little bit deeper than it would seem on paper?
It's a little deeper, but the unfortunate part is that it seems like every time somebody steps up to help, they get hurt. Marcus Johansson was having the best season that he's had in a Minnesota Wild sweater, and now he's on the shelf. But then you slot Vladimir Tarasenko in, and he thinks it's 2015, just playing out of his mind the last few games. So that's been the big difference between this year and the last couple of years, is getting guys to step in and be that third piece. And if they can get that consistently down the stretch, third or fourth options, that is how they're going to be able to stay with Dallas, stay with Colorado, and win those series.
I want to talk. So let me circle back to the goaltending, because this is something that on DFO Live, Carter Hutton and myself have discussed a little bit since the Gustafsson signing. And it was actually before the Gustafsson signing. We were both like, hey, maybe you hold off on signing Philip Gustafsson when his value is very high, because you have Wallstedt. See how he plays. And then if you need to pay Gustafsson at the end of the year, you do it. They obviously try to get ahead of it. They signed Gustafsson. Now you got the Wall of St. Paul here going on the run that he's going on. He looks like the future. And Gustafsson's deal doesn't even kick in until next year. Do you think they maybe regret not just letting this year play out between the pipes? Or is it like, hey, you know what? If we have to have two goalies that are both expensive, like, it's a good problem to have?
I think they look at the Boston situation quite a bit. You never know what's going to happen throughout the course of a season. And we've been very fortunate to not have either of them get injured. But that's not a certainty. And if you lose Jesper for a stretch or you lose Gustafsson, you're going to rely more on the other guy. This will be something they probably revisit in the offseason. But I don't think anybody expected that Jesper was going to play as good as he has. I know Bill Guerin has done some media hits, and he has said that this went from a starter backup situation to a 1A, 1B with how Jesper's played. So you take it at this point in the season, but do they look to maybe move Gustafsson at some point for some more offense? I could see that, but at this point, I think they're just going to stand pat with both.
Yeah, and I do think, again, I remember back to those Vancouver teams, right? When they had both Luongo and Schneider, and it was like, oh my God, you can't have both of them. You got to trade one, right? And then it was like, you kind of blinked, a couple years went by, and it was like, ooh, Corey Schneider's not the goalie you thought you were hoping he was going to be, and now you already traded Luongo, and like you do need to be like 100% certain on something like Wallstedt. As much as this month has been great, we've seen rookie goalies have great months, great seasons, and the second year doesn't go well. So I do think the patient approach is like, it has merit.
Yeah, and you never know when he's going to go through a little bit of a slide, and having a guy like Gustafsson to be able to step in and take some additional steps so that he can maybe take a game or two to just gather himself. That's valuable for a young goalie to not have to be relied super heavy on to have to fight through that.
Can you tell me a little bit about Danila Yurov? I see he's playing top 6 minutes for the Minnesota Wild. He's 21 years old, and I mean, 4 goals, 28 games, whatever. But that's probably one of the names that as Oilers fans watch this game tomorrow, they will see him a lot, they will hear him a lot, but I think people outside of Minnesota will kind of go, who is that?
And rightfully so, because he was a KHL prospect similar to Kirill. We weren't really sure when he was going to come over and play. And now he has, and through injury, he's been slotted into the top 6. He plays great defense. That has been, ever since he got to Minnesota, that has translated. The offense has been a little bit of a work in progress, but that is starting to come around as well. He's a scrappy guy. I just love the way that he plays. And if you're looking for somebody to keep an eye on throughout the game, it's a good spot to go.
It's interesting. And I mean, listen, you don't want to be like stereotyping players, but when you think of Russian players coming over from the KHL, you're never like good, gritty defensive centerman. That's an interesting like mold that he's kind of carving out.
Yeah, and it follows the Joel Eriksson Ek path quite a bit. He was a way more defensive oriented center when he first started. He's added the offense to the arsenal. I don't think it's a coincidence that Yurov has had similar traits, because I'm sure they've worked a lot together. So if you have a guy you're modeling your game off of, it's a great, great role model.
And again, if we go back to, and this is my last one, I guess, but like you go back to how is this Minnesota team going to find success in the playoffs against the Dallases and against the Colorados? It's like, okay, if you have the blue line that you have and the goaltending that you have, and your two best centermen are Eriksson Ek and Eriksson Ek Light, like, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to score on you.
That's just a great backbone to have.
Yeah.
And I know they are leaning a lot at times on Kaprizov and Boldy to score, but they're doing it. So why not ride that as long as they're willing to carry you? I'm just excited for this year because this is as big of a optimism point as this franchise has had in quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Twins going to trade Joe Ryan, or are they keeping their powder dry here?
That's something that I've shut the book on the Twins, at least for right now, but you never know. Maybe they see this and they decide, hey, we could go on a similar run.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we had Max Bowman on from Detroit the other day. I had to ask him about Scooble. Obviously, everyone up north has Blue Jays fever after that run, so I don't mind mixing in a little bit of baseball talk. But Seth, appreciate your time. Congrats on 4,000 subs as well on Locked On Wild. You do great work there, and we appreciate you giving us some time.
Guys, appreciate it. Anytime you need a little Wild intel, I am happy to oblige, as long as the technology on my side works.
That's kind of, our system kind of sucks too. Yeah. So you're all good, Seth. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Have a good weekend and happy holidays.
Thanks, guys. Same to you.
There you go, Seth Toupal. You can follow him on Twitter. His handle at Seth Topes. Topes. Locked on Wild.
Good. Pretty dialed in. He is locked on. He is locked on
the Wild.
The Wild.
All right. Double game day this weekend for the Edmonton Oilers. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock puck drop. So Aaron's live at noon. Pre-gaming with Bordsy.
Come on down, me and Sean Pang and Even. It's the final dog patch of December. Gonna be doing some at-home shows for the rest of the month. Show's still happening. Be a good one. And then we discussed, it's nothing like booking your Christmas party the night before the 1 p.m. Oilers game. So,
it was almost in January.
We'll all get, that's a good point, Liam. We'll all go through it together tomorrow. So tune in.
And then me and Aaron on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Aaron and I are on Sunday together.
You're in the mix.
I'm in the mix. Told him I would do some, and I stuck to my word.
Yeah, you did.
I had no choice.
Home game.
God damn it. Why did I say anything?
Edmonton against
That'd be good. The Vegas
Let's each order oodle noodle from home, and we'll review our boxes. There you
That's
go.
a good idea.
Okay, do we want to do a mini what's trending? Is there anything? I had TJ Oshie. I know we did the Philly thing with Ryder. I had TJ Oshie on DFO Live today. You can go find the interview up at the Daily Faceoff YouTube. It was so good. We thought he was popping on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He stayed for like more than 20.
Oh, really?
And right in the middle of it, he said, what's that noise?
A snowblower.
Oh, right in the middle of it, you can tell I get distracted easily. He told this hilarious story about his first memory of Alex Ovechkin with the Washington Capitals.
Yeah,
it involves Russian chewing tobacco. That is what I'll tell you about the story, and it's great. Dukes is commenting, Shoey, Shoey, Shoey. No. I'll promise you guys this. I will make another Shoey wager at some point.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I mean, the wager didn't hit.
Yeah, it didn't hit. Like, I'm not going to... You don't get credit when you lose a bet.
That's true.
And also, there's no upside for me when I do these things. So, yes, I get to do them on my own terms. Anything else? What's trending?
Good football game yesterday.
Great football game yesterday. I mean, when you get to overtime in a primetime game, division basically on the line, one seed almost on the line, and it comes down to a 2-point conversion. You either get it and you win, or you miss it and you lose. Unbelievable theater.
I will say something that is the opposite of what
Sam
everyone else
Darnold's
thinks.
good at football. Thank you, Liam.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine when he actually plays well. That game was brutal for how long's a football game? 60 minutes?
Yeah.
It was bad for like 50.
And then they turned on the Jets.
The overtime and everything. It just span around. But I have to tell you a tale.
Okay.
So my dad is in our fantasy football league, and the punishment in our fantasy football league is you have to eat the onion if you finish last.
Yeah.
My dad is currently in the onion bowl against my friend Brendan. And Brendan had Sam Darnold. And my dad loves the Seahawks to the extent that he has both Charbonnet and Walker on his team.
Does he play them?
Plays them every week.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
2 running back system. Run the damn ball.
Besides this week, he did not play them. He didn't play either of them. And he was down. But luckily, he did play Rashid Shaheed.
Return to punt.
So he got the punt, and he ended up getting a carry. So he got like 10 points out of him, which isn't like the end of the world. And Darnold, I think, ended up putting like 17 points or something. So he is projected to win. But if somehow he doesn't, he's going to be pretty upset of that one. I had Blake Corum last night.
How'd he do?
Yeah, he got like 14 points. And then my buddy who I'm playing against had Kyron Williams. So he was furious. He's like, why are they giving this guy the ball now? But I also had Myers, and he only got 2 kicks. So
I played Puka and had Puka in the playoffs. I was in a mind pretzel last night. You don't know what to cheer for. You don't know what to do. So I just bet on him so that I could profit money at the end. Figured that was the way to do it.
I had a great bet on Bet365 yesterday.
Hey, you did.
155.
I missed. I did the same gamer. It was 50 into 510, and I needed 4 more yards from Jackson Smith and Jigba. He caught that touchdown at the end. It was a 4-yard TD. I needed it to be a 8-yard TD.
Damn it.
It's brutal.
We have to do our
Parlay?
NFL bet.
NFL Parlay brought to you by Bet365. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Our NFL Parlay, while it is 3-11-1 this year, since it's a parlay, we are up 8.71 units on the season, gentlemen. So, got a couple of Saturday games, got a whole bunch of Sunday games this week. Let's dig into the slate and see what we like.
All right, tell me. Chargers +2 against the Cowboys. It's in Dallas, but the Cowboys pretty much out of the playoffs. Chargers still playing for something. How do you feel, Liam? What's going on in that head of yours there?
I just wouldn't do that one because I think the Cowboys have
potential to win.
They can just stick with you in the entire game. I don't bet against the Cowboys, not because I think they're good. I just think they're annoying. So that's where I'm at. I was looking at a stupid one, and you guys can talk me off the ledge on this. Because it is stupid, I want that to be known. Saints -6 against the Jets.
I was already thinking it, Liam. I don't think it's stupid at all.
The Jets
Power Shock's legit.
The Jets are playing their now 3rd-string quarterback, Brady Cook or Brody
and
Cook.
And he stinks, yeah.
So I'm wondering if the Jets score a point.
No Garrett Wilson for the rest of the year. They're obviously missing everyone on defense. Shuck looked good against Carolina for some spurts last week.
Jets want to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're fine.
What were you, Chargers? Do you feel differently than Liam? Should I move to a different one?
I would go different. But that's up to you.
They should win. They should win.
They should win.
But sometimes weird shit happens. I don't know, Aaron. I don't know.
Well, Vikings -2.5 against the Giants is my other choice.
But Jackson Dart's better than JJ.
9, Liam. I'm talking about 9 here, brother. Not JJ.
I'm looking at the Saturday ones. Bears Packers is too tight. Eagles to smoke the Commanders.
Daniels is out, but Mariota revenge game.
Is against the Eagles.
He played for the Eagles.
Did he?
He was the backup.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you want Chargers +2, Aaron, you can do it.
I'm doing Chargers +2.
Yeah, Chargers +2. I don't hate it. Again, they should win.
Eagles -7. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't mind Eagles -7. I'm not going to do the homer thing this week.
I can't believe he didn't go Patriots +3
against the Ravens.
Lamar.
I'm like Tyler. I want to keep my heart out of it.
And like Lamar during Toyotathon's really good.
Jordan Love is Toyota.
Oh yeah, Jordan loves the Toyota. But Lamar's also he never loses in December.
He's never lost from weeks like 15 to 18.
Steelers +7 against the Lions.
Oh yeah. The Lions are home. Still no TJ.
Oh,
Watt,
give me
right?
Texans -14 against the Raiders. The Raiders are so bad. They're the worst team in football.
Bet against the Raiders always.
Okay, Texans -14 against the Raiders. That's our parlay. It comes out to +595, gentlemen. I have wagered it.
2 Saturday games today, this week.
Yep, 2 Saturday. We didn't touch them, though.
No, because I think it was because then there's Christmas Day games, too. Yeah. 3 Christmas Day games.
Numbers were awesome today. A lot of people watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yep. All right, everybody. That's great. We got an episode of Oilersnation Radio we need to jump to record, and we're recording early, too. So giddy up. I'll be on Gregor later today as well, so tune into the Jason Gregor Show. Shout out to Seth Toupal. Shout out to Ryder from The Sauce. All you guys in the YouTube for another great week. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you all on Monday. Have yourselves a merry, merry weekend. Drive safe if you're doing your Christmas shopping. Enjoy the hockey. Oil up. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.